All right, well, welcome to Kyrie. Good to see you all here on this gorgeous evening in Fort Worth, Texas. Yeah. For joining us online, we are a church that meets in a bar on the patio and called Kyrie. We have one of our very favorite artists, Joseph Neville. You can get all his information. Pastor Kristen will share that with you. But you can go on Spotify, download his stuff. He gets 3 cents. What?
A
third of a cent every time you download his. All right, but do it.
You don't hear that okay? Oh, one day I will be a better man, a man with faith and with strong convictions. Oh, one day I'll do better than I did. I'll take my heart and hand it over. Oh, I don't belong to you, but I sure would like to. I don't love the way you do, but God knows I'll try to. I will leave this all behind. I'll drive away just to create a bit of distance. And if I come back to give this another try, will you be there? And would you listen? I don't belong to you, but I sure would like to. I don't love the way you do, but God knows I'll try to. Oh, I don't belong to you, but I sure would like to. I don't love the way you do, but God knows I'll try to. Be buried in the sand with every hope and every good intention. Oh, one day the world won't remember who I am, who I was, or what I wanted. Oh, I don't belong to you, but I sure would like to. I don't love the way you do, but God knows I'll try to. Whenever I was in college, I would hear people say things like, when you're in your early 20s, it's the best time of your life. Best time of your life. It doesn't get better than this. This is the best time of your life. And I remember always not liking. I agree. Here's the thing, though. I never liked those people, and but I believed them because I was young, you know. Yeah. And I had my 30th birthday this past year, and it's been the best year of my life so far. And so So this is a song about the lie of how bad it is to be getting older. Thank God I'm not 25 anymore. Thank God I'm not 25 anymore. I missed the flights out to New York, but I think that season's run its course. Thank God I'm not 25 anymore. Thank God I'm not 25 anymore. Thank God I'm not 25 anymore. I hear a voice that I can't ignore saying, don't run like you did before. Thank God I'm not 25 anymore. Do you ever want what you can't have? Say a thing you can't take back. I promise if you have, you're not alone. Bow my head, begin to pray. I'm getting better every day at turning this old house into a home. Thank God I'm not 25 anymore. Thank God I'm not 25 anymore. Thank God I'm not 25 anymore. A crack of light through an open door, slow dancing on our kitchen floor, thinking, thank God we're not 25. Thank God we're not 25. Thank God I'm not 25 anymore. Are there any bookworms out there? Readers? All right, mostly dudes. Anybody read Little Women? No? What? Anyways, there's a chapter in there where Laurie is processing his unrequited love from Joe March, and the author says something in it. She says that Laurie was no longer upset about not getting love from Joe, but he's upset that he doesn't feel this fiery passion he felt anymore. I think it's a poignant thing. So this song's for Joe and Laurie. Is it okay if I lay here, wrapped in whiskey and a blanket on the floor? 'Cause tonight I feel like singing. Is there time to sing when we've been waiting out a storm? I stayed up late drinking, writing songs, thinking about the days we used to have. And now my world's changing, my memories fading. Is it okay to want them back? Is it okay to sit and wonder, to think of you the way I did when I was a boy? 'Cause my heart can't seem to push you out, and my head says I should know by now. Don't play, time to put away the toys. I stayed up late drinking, writing songs, thinking about the days we used to have. And now my world's changing, my memories fading. Is it okay to want them back? For the first time, I thought about you and it didn't make me want to cry. I remembered all the moments you were sweet and kind. You'll never be mine, but it's gonna be alright. You'll never be mine, but it's gonna be alright. Stayed up late, drinking, writing songs, thinking about the days we used to have. Is it okay to want them back? Some of y'all know this part of my story, but there was a season where I was living out of my car for about a year and 3 months, 3 years and 4 months, and I was a school teacher and I wanted to be a full-time musician, and so I figured if I could just get rid of my rent, then I could afford it, you know. And so the night before I was about to drive to Austin and break my lease, I had an empty apartment and I couldn't sleep, and I remember thinking to myself, I may have made the biggest mistake of my life. And fortunately I did not. It all ended up working out. But I wrote the song at about 3 in the morning on my living room floor, and I like it a lot. Sometimes I get stuck inside the past, think about the love I had and wonder why it didn't last. Sometimes I feel a bit misunderstood. Trade the things I think I want for things I'm told I should. Sometimes there are days I feel like I just don't fit. Days when all I want is to up and split. And when I think my heart is about to rip, oh God, I need your love like a sewing kit. Sometimes I get addicted to my phone, try to find a way to feel like I ain't all alone. Sometimes I write songs that make me cry, hoping that they'll help me find a way to say goodbye. Sometimes there are days I feel like I just don't fit, days when all I want is to up and split. And when I think my heart is about to rip, oh God, I need your love like a stolen kid. Thank you, thank you. They just come to me, you know, they just come to me. That keep me up at night, and I don't want the words I wrote to be the ones on which I chose. So tie me down and hold me back, still my heart when it's under attack. Lead me on with grace and truth. If I stray too far, light a way back to you. I don't like the things I say, they always end up in my way. And I don't want the ones I love to wonder if there'll be enough. Every song and every show, how far will we let this go? Sometimes I wish it'd just go away. Tie me down and hold me back, still my heart when it's under attack. Lead me on with grace and truth. If I stray too far, light a way back to you. Am I an artist or an entertainer? Is there any difference? Does it even matter? I'll sing Tom Petty, I'll sing James Taylor, I'll sing you anything you like. 'Cause I don't like the songs I write, the ones that keep me up at night. And I don't want the words I wrote to be the ones on which I chose. This is a new song I'm working on. It's called, I think I've played it here before once. I'm still tweaking it. I wrote it for a friend of mine whose favorite song is Like a Bridge Over Troubled Waters, Simon and Garfunkel. So the name of the song is called Like Rivers Down a Mountain. Don't tell anybody. And there's this line we used to sing in church growing up. We'd sing a song called I've Decided to Follow Jesus. And at the end of the refrain, we'd always sing, no turning back, no turning back. And I thought about, that's the kind of friends I think we should try to be for each other, you know? And so here's a song, trying to rip off Simon and Garfunkel and incorporate some church music in there. And hope you guys like it. Hard times come, they come like rivers down a mountain. I can't stop them when they happen, but I'll try to. Good times come, they come and go just like the weather. I can't make them last forever, but I'll try to. Every good, every bad, every happy, and every sad. I will stand by you forever, and we'll take it on together. No turning back, no turning back. When hard times come, they don't wait for your permission. Never bend their ear and listen to your sorrows. You try your best to turn the page, to read the word a different way. No matter what they're gonna say, I know for every good and every bad, every happy and every sad, I will stand by you forever, and we'll take it on together. No turning back, no turning back. No matter how I beg and pray, try and conjure better days, darkness seems to always find the tomorrow. As surely as the sun will rise and shadows come to steal the light, I will offer up my strength to borrow. Every good and every bad, every happy and every sad, I will stand by you forever. No turning back, no turning back, no turning back, no turning back. Last time I was here, I want to say quick things before I play one more song. But last time I was here, I got to promote a show I was doing. It was a weird show because it got pushed to a different location last minute. But it was a big deal for me, and I saw some Kyrie folks there. I just wanted to say thanks. But it was the biggest show that I had ever done, where it was ticketed, like it wasn't free. And it was the biggest show I ever done, where there wasn't like somebody bigger than me playing afterwards. So I just want to say thanks for coming to that. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. This song is for my brothers and sisters. Somebody take my hand and never let it go again. 'Cause all that I've held on to is blowing in the wind. Is it okay if I pretend we're still doing what we always did? I have been holding back in fear of what's ahead. Oh, I'll be afraid of what's ahead. When time turns brothers and sisters to mamas and misters, my fears into failures if I'm not too careful. Well, the days are running out and there ain't a way to go around, so I'll try to move along even though it weighs me down. It's the story of my life. Oh, but you have been there every time that I try to trade my hope for what I left behind. Well, time turns brothers and sisters to mamas and misters, my fears into failures if I'm not too careful. Somebody take my hand and never let it go again. 'Cause all that I've held on to is blowing in the wind. Thank you, folks.
Perfect. That's good. I asked for help from a professional. Hi, everybody. So I want to start off with a little anecdote. And Sean looks really nervous, probably because he's like, oh no, what anecdote is this going to be? So I want to talk about a time that I just looked so stupid. Louder? How about this? Okay. Even better? Okay. So a time that I made myself look like an idiot. Okay. So we were at church a few years back, actually at a res, which Joseph knows and Sean knows. So we were at church and we did the passing of the peace, and it was Sean's birthday, I think. And so, they're like, okay, show signs of peace to your neighbor. And so I turned to Sean and I'm like, happy birthday, and give him a hug. And then my friend's dad comes up to, pass the peace to me, and I said, happy birthday. And his face was just like, why would she accidentally say happy birthday? Like, no one knows it's Sean's birthday, and I just looked really, really crazy. So just want to get that out of the way. Now that that's over, I want to talk about someone else making a fool of themselves in Luke chapter 19. So this is starting in verse 1. Jesus entered Jericho and was passing through. A man was there by the name of Zacchaeus. He was a chief tax collector and was wealthy. He wanted to see who Jesus was, but because he was short, he could not see over the crowd. So he ran ahead and climbed a sycamore fig tree to see him, since Jesus was coming that way. When Jesus reached the spot, he looked up and said to him, Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today. So he came down at once and welcomed him gladly. All the people saw this and began to mutter, "He has gone to be the guest of a sinner." But Zacchaeus stood up and said to the Lord, "Look, Lord, here and now I give half of my possessions to the poor, and if I have cheated anybody out of anything, I will pay back 4 times the amount." Jesus said to him, "Today salvation has come to this house because this man too is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost." The Gospel of the Lord. So, I like to pull apart stories when we read the Gospel, and my first impression here is it's pretty clear that Jesus is just walking through Jericho. He's not even going to stop and preach or do anything. It's not like they're waiting at his destination. They just want to see him pass by. But there are so many crowds that the one guy this story focuses on, Zacchaeus, can't even get close enough to see. So for a guy who tried to lay low for a long time there, Jesus has really become a big deal by this point. So Zacchaeus shows up just to take a look at Jesus. He's not stopping and healing or doing anything else, but he can't. And the reason he can't is because the gospel is very clear. He's really short. And it sounds like, you probably an average height person would have trouble seeing Jesus, but Luke feels the need to say that Zacchaeus is really short. So he has plans to see Jesus, can't see him. So he does something that's a really hilarious mental image for me that I think would be very embarrassing and makes this one of my favorite stories in the Bible, which is he climbs a tree to try to see him. And you should Google image Zacchaeus in a tree. It's pretty great. And I'm sure, you see this short guy who's apparently well known to be a local tax collector, who's extremely wealthy. He's in a tree. People are probably talking about it. So the people in the crowd are like, Zacchaeus, the tax collector we hate? Yeah, the wealthy one. Look, he's over there in the tree so you can get a glimpse of Jesus. He looks like an idiot. And they're probably thinking to themselves, this is the last guy Jesus wants to see standing out. Like if he was just in the crowd, fine. But he's kind of making a bold move. And tax collectors weren't just disliked because they collected taxes. Like, we don't like tax collectors, but we're not like, you can't have dinner with that guy. He's a tax collector. So in the Roman society at that time, they were associated really closely with the Roman Empire, which was unjust, first of all. And secondly, they would collect more taxes than they were actually supposed to and pocket the difference. And there was no computer saying, oh, wait, you took too much, you have to give it back. So that's kind of the reason. And it says Zacchaeus in the reading, it says he's very wealthy. So we know he did that a lot. So seems a little weird he'd want to draw attention to himself, but it was worth the cost to see Jesus. That's why he showed up. And then Jesus, he says, Zacchaeus, I'm staying at your house tonight. So totally points him out. And it says in the gospel reading, this is my other favorite part, it says Zacchaeus came down at once in this version I read, which was from NIV, New International Version. In other ones, he says things like he made haste and came down. He climbed down as fast as he could and scrambled down, which was the Message version. It's for Sean. So I'm choosing to believe, as some commentaries have pointed out, that he fell out of the tree, which just makes it that much better. Especially because the next time it talks about Zacchaeus, it said Zacchaeus stood up and said something. So I'm just thinking he fell out of the branch. He's on the ground. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, this guy is the worst. And then, Jesus is like, this is a really big moment. Zacchaeus comes out and repents. But just come see me later if you want to talk about whether or not he fell out of the tree. We can talk about that. So, of course, hearing that Jesus is going to stay with Zacchaeus, that he makes this special effort with him, the crowd, who I'm pretty certain is not 100% Pharisee, who are the people who usually say things like this, start grumbling that Jesus is going to be the guest of a sinner. But immediately Zacchaeus is changed. He tells Jesus, I will give half my possessions to the poor. I will pay everyone back what I have cheated them 4 times the amount. Now, what's interesting here, this is chapter 19. In Luke 18, it says that a ruler, probably a religious leader based on the things he's saying, comes to Jesus to ask, what do I need to do to be saved? Jesus says, follow the commandments, lists a few. The guy is like, I've done that my whole life. And Jesus says, oh, one more thing. Sell everything you have and give it to the poor. And then Luke 18 actually says, the ruler gets sad. That's his response. He's not like, okay, so sell all I have. That'll be about this much. He just gets sad. He's like, well, I'm not going to do that, obviously. But in chapter 19, Jesus doesn't even ask Zacchaeus to sacrifice his wealth. He volunteers it. He possibly knows Jesus has been going around saying, you don't want to be greedy, you don't want to strive for money, don't make that the most important thing, and is aware. But By being treated like a human, and more than that, being special to Jesus and standing out to Jesus, he immediately has a change of heart. And this is what the Holy Spirit does. It's the reason why, in my view, the communion table here is open to all. Jesus doesn't say, turn away from your tax collector ways, then maybe I'll come to your house for dinner. So there's power in just being included. There's power in sacraments like communion and baptism. Sacraments have been defined as an outward sign of an inward grace, a way that we experience God's presence in the world. And when we take communion at the table here, we experience God. There's power in the Holy Spirit. There's power in being invited to dinner and coming to the table. I know probably Sean, not me, as mentioned before, the Rachel Held Evans quote that the table is for anyone who's hungry, anyone who says yes. Kyrie's website says this is a church for the wicked and the thirsty, which we don't really say a lot here, but I love it. So there's power in being hungry and in being thirsty. So when you come to the table for communion this week and every week, I want you to remember it's not because you're already worthy of it, it's because you are invited, no matter what.
So I've actually been to the sycamore tree in Jericho. Well, a sycamore tree. I know, and I didn't climb it. Because we don't have to climb a tree to see Jesus. Because Jesus has climbed down and come into our reality. And then he climbed a tree. And crucified on that tree has welcomed us all as those who are dearly loved. Whether we try and be a better man or not, who we are is precious to God. And in this simple meal of grace, bread and wine, body and blood, God moves into our home of our hearts. And when that happens, we are transformed. And we do the same thing that Zacchaeus did. Turn our life around and decide that we're going to make this world better by living fully into the life of God. It was on the night when he was betrayed. Our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, took bread. He gave thanks, he broke it, he gave it to his disciples. He said, take and eat. This is my body given to you. Do this for the remembrance of me. After supper, he took a cup, he gave thanks for it. He gave it for all of them to drink, saying, this cup is a new covenant in my blood, shed for you and for all people, for the forgiveness of sin. Do this for the remembrance of me. Bread and wine, body and blood, the gifts of God for the people of God. Remember us in your kingdom, O Lord, and teach us to pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. And as we heard from Deaconess Mallory, the table is open to everyone, so I invite you to come forward to receive the wafer and dip it in the wine. May this body and blood strengthen you and keep you in God's grace. And may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. May the Lord look upon all of us with favor and grant us peace. All right, I think Pastor Kristen's got some announcements.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming out tonight. The first thing is we do have Beer and Bible this Wednesday, yeah? So it's the first Wednesday of the month and the third Wednesday. So that's at Tulips here on the south side at 6 with Pastor Sean, Deacon, Mallory. And anyone's welcome to come to that. If you have any questions, just chat with them. Then we do have hiking this Saturday, and the details went out by email. I just was informed that there might be a bad forecast Saturday, so I think we'll make the call like Friday morning. So just make sure to check your email because it might get postponed. So check your email Friday, make sure that it's still happening. And what else? So I sent out an email today. And some of y'all have heard that Pastor Phil is going to be retiring from Kyrie. And if you didn't know, he's been leading Kyrie for about 12 years. Is that accurate? Yeah, I mean, since it began. So yes. So it's a really, really big deal. And he did found Kyrie. So we are sad to see him go. He's still going to be around. But anyways, so I sent out an email about that and a Facebook invitation for an event. So it's December 18th. Will be Phil's last day in leadership at Kyrie. We're going to have an event here. It's the same time. It's a Sunday at 5, so it's the same thing. But hopefully we'll get a bunch of people out here to celebrate what Phil has done. So we're excited. So please mark, please mark your calendars for December 18th. If you'd like, last thing, this is what I forgot. Joseph, I actually do listen to your stuff on Spotify, like a lot. And I really love it. And it's so peaceful. And thank you for being here tonight. Yes, so we do have it. What's that? Thanks for your free staff. Yeah, 0.3. 0.3. Yeah. Anyways, but yes, look him up on Spotify. He's awesome. And we do have a tip jar for him. If you don't have cash and you'd like to donate, he's on Venmo. It's Joseph-Neville, Neville. Oh, and there's the QR code too. Okay. Any other announcements? Oh, the bishop's also going to be here on December 18th. Is he preaching? He's preaching. So if you've never met him, he's kind of a big deal. So, he's cool. Let's see. I feel like I forgot something. What was it? I'll remember in like 2 seconds. Anyways, Joseph, you ready to come back up? Come on up. All right, we're going to bring Joseph back up. Oh, I remember. If you're not on our email list and you'd like to be, just come talk to me. That's the best way to keep in touch. All right. Joseph Neville, everybody.
Goodbye cold, goodbye rain, goodbye sorrow, and goodbye shame. I'm heading out west with my headphones on, boarded a flight with a song in the back of my soul. I just found out a ghost left town, the Queen of California's stepping down. Hello beauty, hello strange, hello wonder, what's your name? I'm looking for the sun that Neil Young hung after the gold rush of 1971. I just found out a ghost left town, the Queen of California's stepping down, down, down. If you see her, say hello. Just don't tell me I told you so. If Joni Rowe blew in her house by the sea, I gotta believe there's another color waiting on me to set me free. I just found out a ghost left town. The Queen of California is stepping down, down, down. Just found out a ghost left town. The Queen of California is stepping down, 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 down. I need your touch, the way you put me down and lift me up. All the things we put inside our blood got me lighter than a feather. It don't hurt so bad, don't care how much it takes to get it back. Not sure if love's supposed to work like that, but so long as we're together,